Are you scared? It's kind of the miserable way for me to start the video. Yeah, anyways, can it be like popular in 20 years? I mean, can we go to YouTube recommendations or whatever platform it will be in 20 years? Well, sometimes the gods of YouTube algorithms, they give me the random old shit. Sometimes it's useless, but sometimes it's masterpiece that forces me to think about our lives. That again reminds me some of the issues we have in society, in my personal life. So let's play the video about penguin.
These penguins are all heading to the open water to the right. But one of them caught our eye, the one in the center. He would neither go towards the feeding grounds at the edge of the ice, nor return to the colony. Shortly afterwards, we saw him heading straight towards the mountains, some 70 kilometers away. Dr. Ainley explained that even if he caught him and brought him back to the colony, he would immediately head right back for the mountains.
Those kind of the recommendations from YouTube, also from freaking TikTok, and somehow this clip that was published in 2007, it went viral. 2007, I was in university by the time. Obama wasn't yet the president of the United States, and we have this video filmed by one of the scientists out there in Antarctica. Yeah, penguins, they live in Antarctica, not in northern hemisphere. In the southern one, they live. At first, I didn't believe to this story because those documentaries, they over-exaggerate some things about the nature. They try to put more humane stuff into animals, let's say, explain somehow their behavior. So maybe they just filmed a random penguin out there and say that he was walking to the mountains just for this drama, you know. But no, actually in the same movie, they show the penguin already close to the mountains on the second day, and they say like the penguin passed already 80 kilometers, and it's understandable that if you go to the mountains and you have 5,000 kilometers ahead of you, you're just gonna die. So instead of staying with his friends and family in the colony, penguin decided just one moment, I'm gonna go there. I belong to the mountains. I'm this mountain freaking eagle. I cannot fly, but I will go there to touch the sky, you know, to get closer to my dream. Well, at least people try to put those kind of the emotions and comprehend logically what happened to that penguin, why penguin decided. But it's just a glitch of the penguin's program. Penguin doesn't have this cortex as we have, this logic, this thinking, okay, I should go to the mountains because, you know, I just annoyed being here in the colony. I will go and flatline myself over there, but it is my dream. This is my way, you know. Basically, it all goes for the biological glitch of the penguin. It's just some disorientation, loss of navigation, derangement, some of the glitch really of this reptile part of the brain. We also have it, but it's not that strong as our cortex. Also, there could be infections, traumas, neurological issues, so lots and lots of the factors that might change this behavior for the penguin to appear disoriented. Even with his fellows around, he might, or it might go to the mountains or to the place where predators might eat them. It's not happening just with penguins, it's happening with lots of the creatures. Also, we know whales, and Trump says that it's all because of the windmills. Windmills disorient those whales. We're killing whales, they're eating the dogs and cats, you know, all of this stuff. So because of this glitch, penguin did what it did. It flatlined itself far from any sort of the food or any sort of the help. Yeah, it is gone already. We know it from the story. But as humans, we cannot comprehend that. And we always project our thinking on everything around. That's why we humanize even things, we humanize animals. Then de facto, they're totally different. It's not like I'm tired to be among other penguins, I'm annoyed of my miserable life and I should go to the mountains to finish everything. No, penguins, they do not make existential decisions. Animals do not have this conceptual thinking about the death, and the death as the goal for them isn't possible. So it was not the rage against penguin society or something, no. But people, everyone put own things into what they have seen. And actually it uncovers huge problem of our modern society. We're like this big colony or multiple of the colonies, and people, they might be bothered by the system they force sometimes to live in, and they deeply inside they want to live differently. That's what I discussed about in my video, where I say that I'm in a loop, that I do constant things again and again and again, and I don't see the way out from those things of how I want to live my real life, and we live just once. So because of the multiple of the factors, whether it's fear, responsibility for others, or comfortability, I cannot live my will. But my will is still better than the previous one I had. For example, being an airline pilot, and you're very dependent on management, instructors, and this system company itself. Here, I'm more or less independent. Still, I'm not living the life I want to live, but I already passed my hard time, and I understand that I shouldn't complain, really. Yes, it's not the best life out there, but I'm living it, and being alive is also great. But in the end, it's all gonna be the same for everyone, yeah? So people think that this penguin, he is outcast of the system, he made the choice, he or she, I don't know, and it went to the mountains for a very short period of time, because without the food, it's a very short period, but the result is the same, whether he stayed in a colony with his bothered life, maybe, or maybe it's better to try to reach the mountains and the skies he or she dreamed about. And if people are religious, they put their religious concept there. I saw tons of the photos of this penguin going to meet Allah or Jesus Christ. Oh, this is nonsense, but people post that shit. But the main reason for this video to go viral is because people see that this penguin is not like others, and it had the guts to get out from the system. It's like out from the matrix, and many people, they cannot allow themselves to live their own matrix, their jobs, their sometimes even miserable lives. Yeah, miserable, I say lots of the times this word in this video. You understand this concept, yeah? So penguin did it. So people depends on their particular situation, but in general the diagnosis is the same. They also understand that they live not the best lives, not the lives they want to live. And again, here I refer to my loop video where I said about Noralie. She's a YouTuber, motorcyclist, traveler. So she's risking a lot. She recently was in Afghanistan. She visited so many countries where people sometimes are not that friendly, where the crime rates are high, where she could get some of the disease which is uncurable. So she is risking, not like this penguin that went for 100% death. That's why the author of this documentary called it a death march. But she is risking a lot with her videos, but that's what she wants to do, and she is completely out of the standard loop. And then I watch her videos, I understand that I cannot leave my loop, but at least I am with her watching her videos. I have this at least partial experience. Then she travels somewhere, so that's why I like her channel. I think that is why also other people like to watch her, because they cannot experience the same stuff. And the concept of death, well, it's the same for everyone, for every sort of the living creature on our planet Earth. Well, our medicine is still working, yeah, especially Russian medicine works to boost the life expectancy of Vladimir Putin, maybe, I don't know. But before that magical pill is discovered, we have just limited time to stay here on our planet Earth. That's why, if the end is the same, maybe the sense is in the way itself, like not the length itself, but how you live your life. And if we put our human-like concept into the penguin, he definitely lived his best life while going to those mountains. Yeah, the end is there, but the end in his colony or her colony would have been the same. And us humans, in most of the cases, we're unable to leave our small local systems because we are scared. That's the main factor. Yeah, I also mentioned responsibility, but I also mentioned fear that I cannot live the different life because how would I earn money? How I would provide stability? How, like, this moral world dictates us what to do. And you simply cannot leave your loop whatever you do, and it's a very rare case then you follow the life how it should be in your heart, not what you think, yeah, but how you feel it should be ongoing for you, especially knowing that there will be no different life or afterlife, because no one came from the skies or whatsoever to tell us that definitely there is the heaven, definitely there is the hell or something out there, or the second life. So far, we have zero evidence, just some of the spiritual books, and that's it. I consider it personally a fiction, but I filmed a separate video about religion. So for me, this life is the only life. My life, life of other people. It's only happening once. I'm not saying that we should all become those rebels and leave our systems. No, absolutely. I'm just saying that in that penguin, we see what we are in lack of. Maybe courage, maybe we have too much fear, maybe we want to be like that, but we can't. And it's all right. It's our system. It's biology as well. You know, we are those creatures. After all, we're social animals, and this penguin's behavior is not natural for us as well. But we project our own mind thinking, our thoughts, what bothers us on that penguin. And everyone might have his or her outcome of the penguin's action. One more reason why this video went so viral. Well, about myself, if you want to know, my wheel, my loop, at least I see that it is going somewhere. Yeah, there is the destination, not the death, no, but some certain goal that I put for myself. And this is relieving, actually. But for some people who stay in their loop systems, there is no goal, nothing. They just do the stuff again, again, and again. And I think it's more frightening in that case to stay in that kind of the system than to try to get out, as Penguin did. Yeah, it ended its life, but at least it tried, yeah? Yeah, actually in the story it was just a glitch, but that is how we see it. Yeah, I guess some of the philosophical blah 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 today. I don't know whether you like those videos or not. Just a random one I wanted to record because this video is kind of interesting. You know, it went viral after so many years, and yeah, I have to say something about it. You know, because I have my own projection. Interesting. See you around. Ciao.